Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson.
Yeah.
Come here to me, man.
It was hilarious.
You're not telling.
They were both like, when they both saw the fat guy, he was like, "No, you don't want to go up there." And he's like, "Why?" Hey, look at you.
I love that.
He's an elephant, elephant motherfucker. Colin Farrell calls him something there. I don't know what it is. Like.
And then he walks up. He was like, "Oh no, you don't want to go up there." He was like, "But look at you." He's like, "So it's narrow and twisting one. You don't want to go up there."
So you watched In Bruges on the recommendation of an Irish person, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Well, come here to you're when and in what? Okay, I've got so many questions, right? But like, when and in what context did you watch War of the Buttons when you were a kid?
It came on TV. It was on cable.
No fucking way, man.
Yeah. And what's it called? Let's see what. And this was like 20 years ago now.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
Wow. And you know War of the Buttons. What? You were born and raised in America?
Cow-dows and belly-dows. Yeah, whenever. Yeah.
Fuck, man. And they both. What happens in the end is, this is all I remember. I've only watched this film a handful of times. Moogle, you mightn't have seen this film.
No, I haven't seen it.
Moogle hasn't seen this film.
You haven't seen War of the
Moogle hasn't seen this fucking film. But what I've seen it maybe 2-3 times. But the only thing I remember a couple of scenes and stuff where they flash their arses and stuff, and the girl puts on her glasses, the geeky girl, to see their arses or see their penises or something like that. But anyway, the point is that at the end, the two warring leaders of each kind of tribe,
yeah, they become friends.
They kind of end up in a foster home together, which is quite dark in a way. But yeah, they become friends. Because they've caused so much trouble that they end up in a foster home, kind of, or something.
Because the voiceover at the end was the girl that they sort of both had a crush on.
Wow.
And, you know what I'm saying, she was like, yeah, one of them I married, and the other one became our very best friend. And it's up to you to figure out which one. And it was like,
no!
So I don't know if that was an ending that they just put in for the US audience. I don't know.
No, I bet it's the same thing. But it's just my memory that's failing me. But you know, it's a funny thing because you're really refreshing my memory here. But basically, what you're saying is that it's the kind of the good guy, and then it's kind of the bad guy. But the bad guy at the end of the film, we're kind of sympathetic towards him, and we relate to him a bit. Isn't that true?
More of it was the rich kids, the ones who could afford shoelaces.
Whoa.
Versus, the poor kids, the ones who had to just use string for their shit.
Yes.
And
man, you're changing my life here. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, there was a class difference, but both the leaders, they weren't bad guys.
Yeah.
Like you had douchebags in both camps. Like, one of the rich kids, like, they would pick up like little acorns, and like they had like slingshot wars that firing shit at each other, but they would never use rocks. But one of the rich kids, a little fat fucker, he shot a rock and hurt a rabbit, and it stopped the whole thing.
Whoa!
And they both, like they heard the rabbit squeal, and the two leaders was like, "Who the fuck shot this thing?"
Whoa!
Like, somebody used a rock. Don't do that.
There was a ceasefire.
Yeah, there was a ceasefire, and they both took care of the rabbit.
Man, you're literally one of the most incredible men I've ever met in my whole life. No, that's not an exaggeration. Like, fucking hell. You've got an in-depth knowledge of the War of the Buttons. And you're an American man. What's your heritage? Do you mind me asking? I'm
African American.
You're an African American. You're an African American.
Yeah, I mean, I'm black. Both my parents are, from here as far back.
And you've got an in-depth knowledge of the War of the Buttons. Like, that's just astonishing. That's really an astonishing thing. Like, you obviously watched it a few times and stuff. It was a childhood favorite.
Let me see. I watched it every time it came on TV, but I don't remember how many times that was.
I'm just truly astounded that it even came on TV, because Moogle doesn't know it.
Yeah.
And less than 10.
Bro, it's set in Cork, I think.
Is it? Yeah.
I think so. It's an Irish favorite.
Well, wherever Carrick Dow's and Belly Dow's are, I guess. You know,
like, you know the towns. Do you understand? Like, he's flippantly reciting knowledge. As if it's like, well, yeah, I mean, it's Titanic. It was a boat.
And then,
you know, like...
What was it? Another one. The Secret of Roan Inish.
Oh, you're changing my life, man.
Do you know
I can't
that as
believe
well?
it, man. I can't believe it. Sorry, that was a separate movie, was it?
Yeah. It was a different.
Oh, I don't know
movie.
that movie.
You know, because I'm not sure. I don't think it was Irish. I think it was Scottish or Welsh or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Could have been.
But